Okay, class. Let's get nice and fucked up for this one because Professor Ravioli really, really, really fucking hates this guy. Like, really hates this guy. Where the fuck is my lighter? Before we even start. Alright, everybody. Grab your bongs or whatever you brought to class. Let's take the first hit of the day together. I'm such a pussy baby. I have the pussiest, babyest lungs. Oh my god. Okay. That was the first hit of the day. Holy shit. All right. So, for this early morning session, I say early morning, it's like almost it's 10:12 in the morning. For today's session of Predator 101, everyone's favorite class, before we even start, my name is Professor Professor Vast Ravioli, and this fat fuck is Vincent Ambrosio, and I hate him. Let's begin. Confrontation. Ambrosio takes an appearance. What? Anyway, Ambrosio makes an appearance at the Sting House in Fairfield, Connecticut, driving 65 miles from his home to meet up with a 12-year-old girl. Ambrosio made sexual comments and sent pictures of his penis. Upon entry, he makes a failed attempt to hug the decoy and bemoans how cold it is that day. Immediately after making arrangements to watch TV with the decoy, Hansen enters the room. Ambrosio is noticeably disappointed. Ambrosio claims that he knew somebody was going to show up, growing more and more distraught. Before going to tell before going on to tell Hansen his life story and attribute his downfall to his long-time depression and Adderall abuse. He even claimed that one of his nurses suggested shock therapy as a solution to his depression and that he asked his doctor about the idea. So I think he was talking to somebody online because he mentions it. He said the nurse from England. I think that was just somebody online trolling this guy. And he doesn't want to work on himself, so he wants the fastest way out because this is a kind of person that has depression, has an addiction, but refuses to take help, and refuses to take those opportunities that are given to them. So he's a piece of shit. Let's see. Aftermath. Immediately following the interview, Hansen half heartedly claims that he took no glee in the encounter. Ambrosio was arrested while begging the officers to shoot him and interviewed by local law enforcement. He was charged and convicted with attempt to entice a minor through a computer, attempted second-degree sexual assault of a minor, and possession of child pornography, subsequently serving 30 months of a 10-year suspended prison sentence. Oh my gosh, look at these fucking quotes. I'm fat, I can't do anything. I'm fat. I'm fat. I'm a fat fucking bitch. I weigh, what is it, 233 pounds. I am a fat fucking cunt. Okay? And I can tell you for a goddamn fact that that has not stopped me from doing shit. I'm fucking sorry. He gave me 10 milligram tablets to take. Start with 10 twice a day. He said if it doesn't work, then bump it up a dose to 20. Vince attempting to explain his medical dosage to Chris, his voice cracking midway through. Okay. It's just this depression. It's so crippling. Yes, it is. Depression is crippling. It really fucking is. But I don't think this is the case with you, home dog. I think you just haven't been told to shut the fuck up and do your shit by anybody. Okay? You're trying to look for excuses. So let's just watch this because it sounds like I'm being mean, but I'm not. I understand depression. I mentioned it in one of my latter videos that I was recently in a terrible, horrible depression that it really did seem endless at the time, and depression is a hell of a drug, man. It kicks you and knocks you down, and fuck is it hard to get back up. They call it the silent killer for a fucking reason. Alright, so let's begin. This is... Oh, hold on, let me do my thing, because I decided that this is the way I'm going to start them all now. My name is Professor Vast Ravioli, and this is Vincent Ambrosio Uncut, Hansen vs. Predator.
Come on in.
Oh, look at my mans, there he is!
You found the house okay?
And now...
You're Jenna?
Yeah.
You look different than the pictures.
People always say that, I don't know why.
Look at him fucking waddling. I want to start off, of course, with the fashion choices. Listen. I'm a slave to fashion. I am. I love fashion. I love vintage fashion. You know, I'm a fan of all of the fashion designers, most of the fashion designers. But this...
Do you want a cupcake? I like your hat.
Oh, the hug.
I'm sorry.
The hug. Look at this. Why would you wear this to go see a 13-year-old? Like, I've said this before, and I know we rag on the guys who don't dress very well at all, you know? I know we rag on those dudes, but, like, we need to rag on these guys even more, because he went all out. He got his nicest coat, his nicest pair of jeans, his nicest shirt, his brand new hat, his brand new boots. Homie's out here looking like he's gonna go to the fucking two-step club. Like, he looks like he's going out to a nice night out on the town in South Texas. Or North Texas, sorry, because South Texas is a little bit more Mexican. I can say that I'm Mexican. If you can't tell, I've spoken a lot of Spanish. But yeah, like, this guy looks like he's gonna go out to a club in Dallas, not like he's gonna go meet a 13-year-old, which I guess that's the point, you know? You're supposed to, like, not, you know, make sure that you don't show off that you're about to go see a 13-year-old girl. I don't know. I'm high as fuck again, so. One hit got me fucked up. I'm telling you, I have little baby big schlongs.
We have all day. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
She is just observing his every move.
I hate the cold.
I know. I like forget how cold it gets every winter and then it hits and...
I'm moving south.
Where to?
I want to go towards, like, Texas, the desert.
Really? I've never been.
Me neither. But
So,
I like the
that
warmth.
explains...
God, why are your jeans so tight? They look like they're going to explode, dog. Like, listen, again, I'm fat. I'm not one to fat shame at all. But get a pair of jeans that fit, dog. Like, these look like they're about to explode. They are hugging your body way too much.
It's a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I like the warmth.
Yeah.
It gets too cold up here for me.
I don't know. I
Mom wants to go to the beach.
So you're not a Four Seasons person?
Not really.
No.
I don't. I want to try Alaska. Me and my friend want to go try to live up there.
I heard it's beautiful up there.
Yeah, he likes the outdoorsy stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you make these?
Let's go back.
Likes the
Look at the way that she's looking at him. She is such a good actor. I think she's one of the better decoys. The way she looks at these guys, she looks infatuated. She looks like she is, you know, like they're the hottest man that she's ever seen in her entire life, when I'm sure in reality she's thinking to herself in her head, oh my god, look at this fucking fat fuck. Look at this bitch. Look at this dude. Oh my god.
outdoorsy stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you make these?
No. I'm not that good.
I like to bake.
Yeah?
My heart's racing.
Mine is too. Do you want a water or anything?
No. Yeah, give me a cup of water.
I have bottles.
That's fine.
So what do you want to do? You want to just hang out here?
Yeah, you got a TV?
Mm-hmm.
Sit and watch TV?
Sure.
Oh, did you see that? She checked her earpiece. Let's go back.
Do you want to like watch a movie or
Yeah,
TV?
movies?
Mm-hmm.
What movies you got?
I mean, we can just get something on Netflix.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where's the TV?
It's in the other room.
Okay.
Here, you just hang out here for a sec. I'm gonna grab something.
Hey, Tex, how you doing?
How you doing?
Come over here and stand the school.
Yeah, kind of.
Hey Tex, how you doing? Fucking Chris. I like Chris a lot better in these investigations than I do in the original ones. I feel like they gave him a little bit more freedom because he wasn't working for NBC, which is great. I feel like they need to give Chris a little bit more creative freedom because he's less insufferable when he gets a little bit more creative freedom to like roast these guys a little bit more. It's pretty funny.
How to figure what? No. Let's go right over here, please.
That's coming.
Okay. What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Dude, you can't even walk in these jeans. They are your balls okay? I know you got balls. Where are they? Are they back up in there? Because those jeans are so fucking tight, dude. You can barely walk.
This was gonna happen.
You knew what was going to happen.
Somebody was gonna show up here.
Somebody was going to show up here.
It's alright. You know what? I have nothing to live for anyway.
Well, what do you mean you?
Life's a mess.
Look at him, look at him. Look at this bitch.
I failed high school. I have no motivation to finish it.
This guy's like 19 too. Like, he's a kid. I thoroughly believe that the age of adulthood needs to be changed to 21. I was a fucking idiot when I was 19. I was a complete idiot. I did not need to have adult privileges at the age of 19. Like, I'm sorry, but dudes like this get into these kinds of situations because they haven't grown up yet. Because in their head, they're still kids. And I thoroughly believe that 19-year-olds are still kids. And if you're in your teenagers, you're a kid. Like, 20 is still pushing it. I'm 24. So, like, I still sort of see myself as a youngin'. Like, I'm not, like, super old, but I'm also not, like, 20 anymore, you know? Like, I'm in my mid-20s. Like, I'm not... I don't consider myself an adult because I see myself as myself, not as a grown-up, you know? So, like, this guy here is still seeing himself as this loser kid in high school, you know? Like, he's still stuck in that mentality. He's not an adult in his eyes. He's gotten out of so many situations by crying and saying that he's depressed and that he's tired, you know? Throughout his high school career, that he thinks it's going to get him out of this one. But unfortunately, in the eyes of the law, he is an adult. So he's going to be treated like an adult. And I don't have sympathy for Ambrosio because at age 19, you know better. You know better. You definitely know better. I think 16, 17, 18, 19, you know about certain things because while you're still a child, you are old enough to have gone through puberty, you know, things like that, and you do have like late bloomers or whatever. But you know, when I first encountered my first PP when I was like 16, like my first internet PP, like so, like, you know what I mean? So this guy's still a kid, and while I don't have sympathy for him because he is clearly fishing for sympathy, and he's not gonna get it from me, much less from fucking Chris, because I'm sure Chris is annoyed. He was saying that he felt sorry for him just to keep up appearances. I'm sure Chris is annoyed because I'm sure Chris has struggled with addiction before. Like, I'm like, whether it be alcoholism or something like that. And that's just my own headcanon. This is my own opinion. But I'm sure Chris has struggled with stuff like this before. You can't be in show business and go through everything that he's gone through without going through at least a little bit of depression or at least a little bit of substance abuse. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he understands. But having sympathy while you're in this chair, you shouldn't expect any kind of sympathy in this position.
None of the pills about to work.
What do you do for a living?
I don't have a job. I'm a fuck up.
Do you really think Chris is gonna stop and say, "Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, dude. This is kind of fucked up. I should let you go." Like, do you really think that that's gonna happen? Because that's not the case here. Unfortunately, in this situation, you are literally in the hot seat. Like, quite literally.
Look, I can understand how tough that is on you. But why does that make it okay?
I wasn't gonna do anything.
But that's not what
She
you said
said
in the
I
text.
know. I want to be a cop. I wasn't gonna do anything. I just
You want to be a cop.
have a friend.
He's just throwing things in there, like little buzzwords to trick Chris. Like, he's so obvious in his manipulation. It's really, really dumb to look at.
Well, then why don't you go join the police academy or...
I'm fat. I can't do anything.
Then lose weight, dog. What? Then lose weight. Like, listen, dude. Take up smoking weed. That's how I lost a bunch of weight, other than fucking starving myself with depression. Like, take up smoking cigarettes, dude. That'll make you lose weight quick. like that's not something that can be changed with pills, okay? Like, if you think you're too fat to do something, if you feel like you're too fat to do something, lower your body fat content level. That's like, that's all that you can do. You can't do anything. You can't chop off the weight that is on you, so you have to make those conscious choices to eat less, eat better, do more exercise. Like, if you're gonna complain about being fat, if you're going to hate being fat, then do something about it. Change it. Like, get help to do it. And I'm not saying that people can just change their situation. Fuck no, that's not what I'm saying in any way, shape, or form. What I'm saying is that this kid has pills, this kid has doctor's visits, this kid has therapists, and he's still in this position? Fuck no. Absolutely not. I have pills. I don't have a therapist, but I have pills. My pills, while they aren't working at their full 100%, I still put in forth my effort, because it's not just, you can't just take a bunch of pills and your life is going to be better. You have to pull your weight too. And this guy is not pulling his weight at all.
Look, I had a father who was...
Look at him
I get it,
cry.
stuff.
Look at this bitch.
But still, that doesn't make
Loser.
it okay.
El cuchillo. El cuchillo. Hijo de su pinche madre. Look at this dude. Look at this fucking dude. He threw that out there just to see if it would, like, do something for him. And I guess it fucking didn't. Stupid bitch. If you would have just...
You conduct yourself this way on social chat sites.
Social chat sites? Shut the fuck up, Chris.
And talk to a girl who's 12 years old.
12? Dog, come on. 12? 12? She wasn't even like 15 or 16. I've seen this a couple of times. And I've read part of the chat log. So yeah, so you know, I didn't know that she was 12. I feel like it feels a little bit weirder if they're 12. Of course, it's disgusting with any age. But 12, I feel like the word 12 is so much, has such a less weight than the word 13. Because you add that teen in there. A 12 is not a teen. You know, like, that's literally a prepubescent child. Like, they haven't hit puberty yet. You know, that's normally the age where you're about to hit puberty. I didn't hit puberty till I was like 13, 14. So, like, dude would have been hitting on me 2 years before I even started my period. Like, what? That's so creepy.
What grade are you?
This is a high school graduate. Somebody, whoa, he's not a high school graduate, but somebody who just finished 4 years of high school hitting on somebody who hasn't even gotten to 7th fucking grade yet. What? They're not even in fucking, they're 7th, 8th grade. What the fuck, dude? You're hitting on a goddamn 8th grader.
In 7th. Cool, could I see a pic of you? You like older guys. You said all this, right?
Yeah.
I meant
Yeah.
a naughty pic. You send a picture of yourself.
I know, don't remind me.
Oh, please
I'm
remind
not
him,
that
Chris.
big, but I could fit inside you.
Oh my god. Could you imagine saying that to a 13-year-old? Oh, I'm not that big, but I could fit inside you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's so cringy.
Have you ever played with yourself? I mean, you see how this looks.
Looks worse than he does.
How did you get to this place?
Which place? This or just
This.
me?
Look, everybody's got personal problems, right? But that doesn't mean it's okay to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You get that, right?
Yeah.
And I would believe that it was just a stupid decision if the chat log wasn't as long as it was and as convoluted as it was. Because it was very long and very convoluted. There was like other characters involved or whatever. I might do a reading of it because it's pretty interesting. I would believe that it was a spur of the moment bad decision if he weren't talking to her for so long. If he weren't talking to her for so long, I would believe that it was just a bad choice. And all the guys to say that it was just a lapse of judgment. If they didn't have at least, if they had less than 3 hours to a conversation, I believe it was a spur of the moment thing. That it was just a bad decision. Sure, I'll let that slide. But if you're having this long, drawn-out conversation, you were obviously planning it, and now here you are, so there really is no running away from it.
How far did you drive today?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half. And how many other times have you done this?
Never.
Well, that's hard for me to believe, Vincent.
She said she wanted a friend. I'm stupid.
But there's no friends 19? 20?
I have one friend. He's always working. Nobody else. Look at where I dress and stuff. Everybody thinks I'm weird.
If everybody thinks you're weird, then maybe stop acting that way. Like if your issues here, it looks like they're superficial, dude. Like if you want to fit in, then do it. Like what? Like unless you have unless you're on the autism spectrum and like have a really, really difficult time understanding social cues. But I'm not going to assume that you have autism. I'm going to assume that you are somebody who's not on the spectrum. Because you haven't said anything about it otherwise, you know? So, like, I'm going to assume that you're, other than your depression and stuff like that, that you're neurotypical. So, if you want to fit in, stop dressing like a cowboy. Wear your jeans, wear your t-shirt, lose your weight, go to the police academy. And I'm pretty sure you only wanted to go to the police academy so that you had a badge to flash around and fucking try and act superior to everybody else, and you were going to use your power to abuse. I know that for a fact. It's my opinion.
Well, the only weird thing I see is that you were trying to hook up with a 12-year-old girl named Jenna Claire. I mean, have you tried to get some help?
You sound like a fucking ghost, dog.
With this stuff?
Yeah.
No, I never told anybody anything.
How often do you go on the internet
To do that.
to do this stuff?
Not with girls, not little girls.
Well, what made you do it this time? I mean, just help me to understand what's going on in your mind.
I don't know. That's the problem.
Well, you gotta know, Vincent.
There was nothing but horny going on in your mind. There was nothing but, this is a 12-year-old girl and this is hot, so I'm going to keep doing it. There was nothing but horny going on through your head, dude. That's all that was going on. Why don't you just jerk off? Like, why is it so difficult to just jerk off?
You're an adult now. You get this as a felony right now. What are you going to do about this situation?
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, you got to pull it together. Where'd you go to school?
Ketchum.
Where?
Ketchum and Wappingers.
Ketchum and Wappingers Falls.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
Fuck no.
I failed English, participation in government economics. I'm supposed to be doing them online. I don't have any motivation to do anything.
Well, what happened to your motivation?
Just this depression is so crippling.
That pisses me off. That pisses me off in such a way that I cannot comprehend. I cannot begin to put to words how angry that makes me. Because it doesn't matter how low I was in my deepest, darkest depression, where I would not eat for days, where I would sleep for days, where I'm going to confess this to you right now. I opened the wiring of my window so I could piss in a cup and then throw it out the window. That's how depressed I was. That's how fucking depressed I was. I was self-harming. I was doing the most to ruin myself in any way that I fucking could. But you better fucking believe that never once did I ever fucking think about diddling a goddamn kid. What the fuck, dude? Depression is crippling. Depression is a killer. It is the most unviolent killer. And it will murder you slowly. It will take everything from you. In the blink of a fucking eye. You'll take a depression nap and you'll wake up and you'll be all alone. It's a horrifying thing that is a lot darker than people tend to think it is. And you coming in and saying that because of your depression, not even like psychosis or like, like I would understand if it was like psychosis or something like that. If they were going through a manic episode, even through a manic episode. I would understand if this was a manic episode. I get it. I've done fucked up shit during manic episodes. I've stolen a bunch of money. I've done this. I've done that. Like, I get it. Mania is insane and it's hard to control. I totally understand, but depression doesn't make you do this. Depression makes you hate yourself. Depression makes you agoraphobic. Depression makes you a lot of things, but it doesn't make you a fucking kid diddler, dude.
Did you go see somebody, a doctor?
I'm seeing it. What is he? I think he's like a nurse practitioner, kind of. He prescribes my medicine, and I'm not a big talker about my feelings, so he talks to me about it. When I go, he prolongs the appointment for me.
So you've been diagnosed with depression?
Bipolar depression.
Bipolar.
That's bipolar depression. I believe that is where you have manic episodes. Now correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have bipolar depression. At least I don't think I have. I haven't been diagnosed with it. I don't know. I don't remember what my list is. It's a pretty long list. But bipolar depression is when you have manic episodes. So if this was a manic episode, and now manic episodes can spread from like an hour to days, weeks on end, So if this is a manic episode, now I understand I was manic. I don't know. I was just manic. That's just what happened, like I get it because people do fucked up shit when they're manic. People don't do fucked up shit when they're depressed.
It's a tough disease. What do you take for it?
I'm on the Lexapro, gabapentin, And Adderall is supposed to give me energy to want to do things, but
It's obviously not working.
I had fucked that up. I didn't realize what it...
I mean, you don't seem like a dumb guy, Vincent. I gotta
He
tell you.
gave me 10 milligram tablets to start with 10 twice a day. He says that doesn't work, bump it up a dose to 2 10s, so 20 twice a day. I bumped it up to 30. He refilled the prescription. I didn't realize
Can we go hear that voice crack again?
10 twice a day. He says that doesn't work, bump it up a dose to 2 10s, so 20 twice a day. I bumped it up to 30. He refilled the prescription. I didn't realize he refilled the prescription. That's why I said in the last message before I came, I have aches and stuff. Is because I didn't realize when he refilled it, he bumped it up to 30 tablets. So I could take just one tablet in the morning and one at 12 o'clock noon. I was taking 330, so I was taking 180 a day.
Dude, you're just rambling on now. You're worse than me.
That's a lot of Adderall.
I don't take Adderall, so I don't know what the regular dosage for somebody would be. I've never done Adderall, not even recreationally, so I'm not sure. But you know what? If Chris says that's a lot of Adderall, I'm gonna believe it. Cause look at his fucking expression.
What did that do to you?
I was so antsy. I was angry at my dad. I was angry at everybody. I picked my fingernails to nothing. I've had withdrawal there for the last couple of days because he can't refill it because it's not October, and now the fucking insurance company doesn't want to refill 30 twice a day extended release because they say it's too high of a dose. But I'm fat, so the 30 didn't bother me.
Eating disorders, bro. Just get an eating disorder. I'm sorry. I got an eating disorder when I was depressed. And I dropped 75 pounds like that. That's a joke, I promise. I'm making fun of myself, mostly.
Did you ever try to diet?
I've actually, with the Adderall, I lost weight. I lost about 20 pounds, and I've lost 40 pounds since January.
That's pretty good.
See? See? What? You've already done so much, and without you pulling your weight. Could you imagine? Oh, I just hit my mic. Could you imagine if this dude pulled his fucking weight along with everything else that he already has? Like, if he were to just put forth some fucking effort, he would be in a much better place right now, because it sounds like his medication is doing what the medication is supposed to do, because medication, while it works and while it is a wonderful tool, especially for people who can't find a way out, you know, it isn't a miracle. It's not going to cure your depression. It's not going to cure your bipolar disorder. It's not going to cure any of that. You're still going to have it. You just learn to cope with it. And this guy's not putting any effort to learn to cope with it. Because unfortunately, you have depression. Like, you have all of these things. You have an addiction. But pull your own weight, dog. Pull your own fucking weight, because I did it. And I'm not saying that if I had to do it, you have to do it too. But like, I could do it. I was able to do it. I find myself to be one of the most useless people on the planet. And if I was able to do it, somebody like you is so much more capable than me. You know, well, maybe not you in this situation, but you before this situation would have been so much more capable than me. You know, so much younger, you know, fresh out of high school. If I had more time, you know, like I would kill to go back in time. No, I wouldn't. But you know what I mean? Like, you have all of these opportunities and you're just letting them go to waste because you don't want to work on yourself. Because you don't want to ask yourself the really hard fucking questions like, am I a pedophile or am I just manic? Go to a goddamn therapist, dude.
It seems like in that respect you were heading in the right direction, but here you headed in the wrong direction. How are you going to get back on track here?
He's not.
He says he wants to try now a month with this Adderall to see if it works. I just want to get shock therapy.
It's that bad.
I sat on the floor and I cried the other night to my mom. I said, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want to get up. I don't want to get out of bed.
What did she say to you?
She cries. She feels horrible for me.
And you look
And you do this to her? And you do this to her? Okay.
at home.
And I do take care of my grandfather.
Yeah.
He has Parkinson's.
How is he doing?
As best as he's gonna get. He's gotten worse.
Listen, I can empathize with all of that, except this.
Exactly.
I mean, it's pretty grand, right? You know better, Vincent. I mean, you shouldn't be
Just
sending
another
pictures
thing,
of your
Liz.
genitals to
Right.
a 12-year-old girl, right?
I fucked up again. There's nothing else I can say, but I fucked up again.
Well, how else have you effed up?
Oh, school, my
Effed up.
life, everything.
Do you have any hobbies?
Not really. I like driving and I like smoking cigars, but I can't do that for the rest of my life.
Why?
Then I need to get a job and I need to get structure in my life, and
Where are you gonna go from here? This is not a good day for you.
what else is new? It's never a good day.
When did this start for you? When did it get off the tracks for you?
The depression?
Yeah.
It's like since I'm 12, 13, I think it started. I've been through 4 or 5 doctors. Millions of different pill combinations. That's why I wanted shock therapy. I posted on the Whisper app last week
Yeah, there it is. There it fucking is.
because I've been feeling like having the withdrawal and stuff. I said I just want to kill myself, and the nurse from I guess she's in England. She said that there's a shock therapy, and I looked it up, and I told my doctor about it, but he doesn't want to do it, and he wants to wait and see if the pills work. I'm tired of seeing if the pills work.
That's because the pills are not going to work unless you pull your fucking weight. Oh my god.
Well, what you did here is hard to excuse, Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you get help with all your other stuff.
Just want to die. My life is miserable.
Nobody wants you to die.
I do. Actually, you know what? No. I hope he's alive and I hope he sees this.
All right, listen to me. Vincent, there's some people over there who are going to get you on the next step to get better, okay?
I like the way he said that. I really like the way he said that. Because I, again, believe that these people can be reformed. You know, you need punishment and you need reformation. But they can't be reformed unless they look internally and see themselves as what they are, which is in this situation, the bad guy. And it's very difficult to see yourself as the bad guy. For some reason, us as humans, we're really, really scared to be the antagonist in other people's stories, even though more often than not, we tend to be the antagonists of a lot of people's stories. And we don't even notice it. We don't even know, you know? So, I don't know. This guy just, he makes me so angry. He makes me mad because if he would just, again, pull his own fucking weight, he would have had everything in the bag. But he didn't want to put forth the effort.
Okay. I take no glee in any of this, by the way.
I do. I take a lot of glee. I am so happy. I absolutely love this. I love watching him cry. I love watching these fuckers cry.
I take no glee in any of
I'm
this.
sure.
I got 2 boys.
I do. I do.
Man to man, will you look at me for a minute? Will you promise to get some help? Please? This too shall pass. But you gotta get help, okay? You
Yeah,
promise?
and it will pass. It will pass, especially because you're so young. And when you're young, a mistake like this is so much easier to commit. Again, if you have bipolar depression, you were probably in a manic episode and you just were brought back to your senses. And I'm working under the assumption that he does have manic episodes, which he very well may not. But like, you know, mental health, poor mental health can put you in positions that you otherwise wouldn't do, and it's not an excuse, but it's a reason.
I wish I just had a heart attack, but I was overdosing on the Adderall.
Look at me. Look at me. Do you promise me you will get help?
Yes, I don't want to be like this
Okay.
anymore with this. I need this.
Okay, so can we make this a turning point for you?
Yes.
As dark as this looks right now. Okay. But there's no way to go but up from here. Go easy. Go easy. So you will get help. All right. Will you do me a favor? Will you leave the knife? Leave the knife right here. Take your hat and glasses. And then once you head right out this way, it's
Wear my coat. Or is it even?
I'll get the coat.
Okay.
I'll get the coat.
Oh, Chris is gonna go get the coat? Oh no! Why is nobody enjoying this? Why is no one enjoying this? Why is everybody so sullen about this situation? Come on!
Straight to you.
Stop right there, sir, please.
No one is happy about this. Oh, why am I the only one who's popping my pussy right now? What the fuck?
You got anything on?
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, absolutely.
Phone was stuffed in the air.
Nothing in your jacket.
Oh, there's Nelly.
Yes, for your lace one. Open.
I know I made fun of somebody for being bald yesterday, but bald guys are hot. Like, I'm looking at this officer right now with his fucking like his lack of hair, and I'm like, is it the uniform? Is it the handcuffs? I don't know, but he's looking kind of good there. I am a married woman.
Trust me, I understand.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Where's your knife? Do you got it?
It's in the kitchen on the island.
Got it right here. So, okay.
Oh, those aren't as tight as they seemed in the video. Wow, they looked a lot tighter before. Now that I'm getting this close up, they look like they fit pretty well. Why did they look so tight before? Look at the boots.
All right, sir, come out to see you here in this corner.
Look at this bitch cry. I'm stupid.
Someone will be right with you, sir, okay?
This isn't a fucking customer service job. You can't. You don't have to just walk up and say, "Oh, hey, so sorry. I'll be right with you." Okay. Okay. All right.
You alright back there, man?
Feature. So if I turned around when none of this happened?
What's that?
If I had turned around and none of this happened?
We'll talk about that in a little bit, okay? I can't answer all that stuff, okay?
I do this shit too.
Alright, no problem.
I do
No
is
problem.
being stupid.
Alright, let's try to relax, alright?
Hi, Vincent. I'm Detective Irizarry.
Why
My name's Beth. What do you want to be called, Vincent?
I don't care.
What do people call
Slide
you?
over, scooch over a little bit. When everyone's in and ready to go, rock it open. Good. Everyone has better.
Yeah.
Try it if you lean maybe a little bit forward, or you're leaning out.
This is incredibly interesting. I've never seen this part before. Wow. I really like that she asked what he wanted to be called. I really like how, I like how passive and how understanding they're being. This is a child, technically. I would say that 19 is still a child. You're still a baby. You're still stupid. You're still young and dumb. So I can sort of sympathize with him that way, where, he's young and stupid, and I would have made a decision, maybe not this bad, but I would have made a really stupid decision at the age of 19. I have made stupid decisions at the age of 19. I was going to drink myself to death at the age of 19. So, you know, like, I really enjoy how passive they're being, how understanding and caring they're being in this situation.
On him? Because it's going to hurt you. You can even almost turn sideways if you want. We're going to process you for what happened today. We're going to speak to you about it. And that's essentially it. You work?
I take care of my grandfather.
Is that like a full-time job?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't
You live in the house with you?
Yeah, we put an addition on last year. Built it ourselves.
It's not easy.
Sorry, disability and disease Parkinson's.
Oh, yeah, that's it. So what we're going to do is go into booking. We're going to process you. And, you know, we'll talk a little bit about it. And we probably like to just speak to you privately. Yeah, we're going to walk up and go to the left, okay? Just Sergeant Ferris.
You're interested in police work, right?
My dad was a cop.
Your dad is a cop? Was or is?
Was.
Okay. What would you like to tell me?
Well, like I told the guy, just my life's a mess.
Yeah. I understand you're dealing with some medical stuff and getting your medication balanced out correctly. And I know you said bipolar. Is it bipolar depression?
Yeah, about depression.
Okay. Well, we've been communicating with this young girl. What did you think her name was?
Janet,
Okay. And how old did you think she was?
12, she said.
Okay. Did she send you pictures too?
Mm-hmm.
And did she look 12?
Yeah, I really didn't want to come, but I thought it was wrong. But she just kept persisting, so.
Really? Come on. Come on, dude. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
I'm usually a kind person. I was just trying to be friendly.
Yeah.
I didn't
Usually.
want to do anything to her.
You didn't want to do anything to her, or you knew you shouldn't have done anything to her?
Both.
You were talking to her, I think this past Friday, saying, we will probably have sex. LOL, I'm really horny. I want your young pussy so bad.
Yeah.
Do you understand the damage of just saying something like that to a 12-year-old?
Wow. Wow. This is the first time I have ever watched a Hanson versus Predator, To Catch a Predator, anything where somebody fucking tells these motherfuckers that the damage has already been done. Wow. And it took a woman to do it.
Obviously.
Yeah, and like sending a dick picture to a 12, like it may be the first time they've ever seen a penis.
Uh-huh.
So like you've changed their world forever from sending that. So that's.
Do you understand that? Do you get that? Does that fucking... Is it ingrained in your fucking smooth fucking brain? Are those the only wrinkles that are going to be formed now? Because I feel like myself, I have ingrained it in y'all's brain in this class that the damage has been done. And they are under the impression that this is a real person. And they're inflicting damage. Whether they know it or not, damage is being inflicted.
Did you know that ahead of time?
I guess, yeah, the back of my mind I did.
In the back of your mind you did. Right. So, I have dyed hair. My hair is pink right now. The first few times that I bleached my hair, I wasn't under the impression that I was damaging it. So I accidentally bleached it a little bit too much and I lost my curls for a really long time. I wasn't under the impression that I was doing any damage. I thought I was doing something fun. But I ended up damaging my hair. So you sort of see how that, correlates. Even if you don't know entirely that you're causing damage, you're still causing damage, so you just shouldn't do it. Just don't do it. That's why we tell you not to do it.
It was a bad tree.
Is there anything on your phone that we're gonna find?
There was a link in my notes with stuff with the girls.
What kind of stuff?
Oh, gross.
videos.
And they look like girls under 16
Yeah,
having intercourse?
yeah.
Have you ever tried to hurt yourself?
Yeah, once I had taken plenty of Dad's oxycodone.
When was that?
That was a year ago.
Okay.
It just made me tired. I thought maybe it'd kill me.
I've done something like that before.
Did you ever talk about that with the doctor?
No, I never said that to anybody.
That's kind of important. That's important information for your fucking doctor to know, you stupid shit. Anyway, let's watch him get cuffed. Ah, that was so nice. All right. So, that was Vincent Ambrosio. I hope you enjoyed that, because I did not. It was terrible. It took me so long to get through this fucking video, and I'm not excited to edit it. Alright, so anyway, that was class. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate it, just as every day, and now class is dismissed. As always, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.